Welcome back, I'm the Watch Nerd. On this video, I just got this piece, and we just got this piece of GMT-Master II, the Batman, the real Batman, not the Batgirl. But there was a whole debate in a previous video. I actually saw one of these at retail in the Jubilee. Before we get into it, before I get into all the specs and everything, and I'm wearing a beautiful watch too, I have to show you when we flip ourselves around. I want to keep announcing my Chanel chain giveaway. I'm going to be giving out this chain as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered, there's the 4 steps in the description below. Now, first flipping ourselves around, I will get deeper into this because this is truly amazing. This is the review, but a very relevant wristwatch check today. I'm wearing a 1675. You've seen this. This is a service, so the loom still does work, but look at this bracelet. You have not seen this bracelet. Rivets all the way, very thin bracelet. Is 1962 on this bracelet, and really nice as the oyster. I like wearing it a little loose here. Oh man, if Rolex made bracelets like this, this is really what people are after, and it's just amazing, nice, beautiful bracelet. Let's head into this watch because this watch is truly amazing also. And at the end, we will talk about what do we think Rolex is going to do. So just let's review this first. So let's start with the reference 116710 BL and R, standing for the blue and the black. Now, this is a grail piece for most people. Let's just talk about this. You can Rolex does not actually have this in, you can't buy this watch now. You have to buy it on the Jubilee. If you do, they have the same bezel and everything, but you cannot buy this piece at retail anymore. So you have to turn to the gray market. That's the only way you're going to get this piece. And it's a shame because this is a really nice one. This is the Batman. There is no other Batman in my mind. This is the Batman. That's it, period. The other one, yes, it's people call it the Batgirl. You can call it whatever you want. I get it. It's a man's watch. It's still 40 millimeters, so it's not a smaller size. It's just they call it the Batgirl because of the Jubilee. I love the Jubilee. It's fantastic. It's the only way, probably retail is the only way I could afford a piece like this because it goes double retail. And anyway, even if I was a very wealthy person, I couldn't handle the gray market on these just because you're paying over what Rolex is actually offering, offering, I should say. But coming a little closer, we're going to talk about a bit of the specs. Now, this is not my watch. This is not the story. It was factory service. So I have to mention this very quickly. There's no scratches on this piece. Now, a little bit of fingerprints because I did hold it, but there is 0 scratches. I literally came here probably, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. It just got brought back from Rolex. So this is pretty cool. And I just want to show you, it's very tight, the crown, unscrewing it. It's a beautiful screw down crown. Now we're going to talk about what happened there to the finish, but unscrewing it, we pop it out one position. Here we go, and there we go. You have independent hour hand. So you go around. This is how you change the date also, and it goes both ways, which is super nice. You would tell your home time there on the fourth hand there, the GMT hand, and you could also time an extra with the bezel. You can time an extra one, so you could do up to 3 on this piece, and it's just truly amazing. And I think that's really nice how you can change the hour without hacking the movement. I would pull it all the way out and show you hacking, but we just got this back from Rolex. Want to make sure everything's perfect. Of course, Rolex, they will time it and everything, but for the customer, I want to leave it to him to hack it if he chooses so, or just to keep an eye on the movement itself, see if the seconds is off, see if it's a little inaccurate. That's why I don't want to hack it. But if you do hack it, you can move. It's just a regular time. Now, the bezel's every half an hour, as you can see. Oh, this bezel. I'm really speechless with it because look at it. Look at the smoothness of the ceramic. No like play in the bezel. It's, there's nothing that can really beat it. Look, this is why Rolex is #1. I've tried very expensive pieces and they never feel like Rolex bezels do. Not the Submariner. There's nothing out there. and nothing cheaper and nothing really more expensive. This is the perfect spot for these sport models, and Rolex is the perfect way. I've tried Omega Seamasters. They sound, look, you can think about whatever Omega is, and that's for a different video, but their bezels are crap compared to Rolex. Yes, they're better than other bezels, but they are a lot weaker. The Seamaster line, everything is weaker than Rolex. I'm just saying, and that's why Rolex is number one. Honestly, that's why they're the number one in this brand. And you can say, okay, you could not like Rolex, you could not like the hype, whatever, but you have to agree the bezels are the best. If the people that don't agree that, definitely they haven't actually held a Submariner, because that's probably one of the best. This bezel is just absolutely amazing. This is nicknamed the Batman, of course, from the black and the blue, but let's not get sidetracked too much. The lug to lug is 47.8 with a 40 millimeter case, and the bracelet's 20 millimeters with the amazing 12 millimeters thick. So that can really go on you could wear a suit with that, actually. It's not as thin as dress pieces, but it's not trying to be. 12 millimeters thick is actually really nice. To see if it's thinner. But this one has an independent hour hand jumping hours. There's so many things. Look at let's talk about the bracelet really quick before I put it on. Solid links, of course. High polished mid links, brushed outer links. We have a safety push over clasp and the milled. There we go. And you can see right away, just absolutely beautiful. Look at this piece. Look at it. I mean, wow, 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 wow. Putting it on here. Let's actually zoom out really quick out there. There we go. Look how nice this watch is. Really, really nice. It's really special. Oh, man. Wow. Now I know why it's on most people's grails. Not to say this isn't a special watch, but this is a vintage piece. I would love to use either one, but man, is this a nice watch. Wow. Even without the hype, the materials used, the way Rolex does it, and it's not a crazy price. If you think about it, look at other GMT watches. Yes, there are some cheaper, I get it, right? But not with every single spec. We got platinum insert on the bezel. Let's bring it a little closer there. And we have white gold hands and indices. It is powered by the amazing 3186, which did get replaced by the 3286, but this one still, the jumping hours, as I mentioned before, unscrewing the crown. We have a date complication there at that 3 o'clock. 48 hours of power reserve, and we get 28,800 BPH, beats per hour, which means it's an 8 tick on that second hand. That's what you'll get from every Rolex. I go through the specs, and you'll notice most of the specs, if you go to my last review, which is my last video actually, it's the same, basically the same specs, but this one has, of course, a extra GMT hand, and it has that jumping hours, which is truly amazing. And they did that because really you didn't want to hack the second hand. Because the traveler out there, the person, the business traveler, this is a functional piece. I can see a lot of people using it for its purpose. The Submariner, not so much. This one I can't, because if you're a business traveler and you have to go to New York, you just pop out the crown, move it 1, 2, 3, 4, as I showed you before. It was just very simple, very easy. But talking about the crown, let's head here. This is the disadvantage of getting it fully serviced. Look at the detailing on that crown. It's almost gone. You can't really see the coronet anymore. It's actually horrible. It's actually very sad. But this one stayed pretty well because I guess there was not as many scratches there. When you send this to Rolex, their job is to get rid of every scratch. They will polish down the cases. On this piece, this is a Service 1675, just for instance, and this is another reason I put it in. You can almost have, the push-pull pins are really almost out of the case. And when they factory service, they polish it and polish it and polish it until there's very little metal left. And that's really the problem. The details come out of that. At the same time, you're getting a trusted servicer, you're getting Rolex parts, a bunch of options are out there. You know, you're not getting screwed by it. You know, some watchmakers sadly do not do it right, so you're not getting a bad service. You're getting cost certification, and I believe they give a year on the servicing, like after you service it. Now if you buy a Rolex new now, you get 5 years, so that's pretty amazing too. But I gotta put it on. It's really cool. One more time. Now you do get an additional 5mm here, so they don't have glide lock. Only on the divers they have that, but they have the extra 5mm here, which is very, very helpful. It's handy to use because you can be in a sweaty situation, your wrist will grow a little bit, and then you can be in a cold place and your wrist actually gets smaller. And you use that and you don't even need a jeweler to come in there. You don't have to fiddle around like on this one. But there is actually 3 micro adjust in it, plus that special 5mm. But that's where I want to leave it here. I would love to know your opinions in the comments down below. What do you think about it? Rolex actually put on their Instagram, which is very exciting, the new, well, they didn't put it on, but it is, if you look at it, it's the new Explorer 2. It's going to come out 100%. Rolex puts out an Explorer 2 type of thing. It's in a cave. For sure something is going to happen with the Explorer 2. And I'm very interested to know what it is. What do you think? Do you think they're going to add ceramic? I think it will get rid of the whole purpose, because if you're in a cave, you're hitting things. And when you're hitting things, ceramic can take a beating, but it can't take hard blows. It will shatter. That's what shatters. Ceramic's very good with scratching, and ceramic does not patina in the sun. But when you're using ceramic and you're hitting it, it will shatter. It doesn't take as many knocks as you think. That's why aluminium is pretty good too, but that also can't. So the stainless steel bezels, like Daytona, you know, how they have switched it to ceramic. That one makes sense. But not really on the Explorer 2. So I'd love to know what you think about it. What is it in the comments down below? And the Chanel chain giveaway, also just a quick reminder, there is the 4 steps in the description below. Thank you, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.